Hey there, it's Sassy. Today I'm going to be talking about a very problematic and controversial topic, me before you. Now, if you don't fully know what I'm talking about and are sensitive to things surrounding around mental health issues, unalive thoughts and actions, disabled burden complex issues, please click off and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Me Before You, both as a novel by Jojo Moyes and its subsequent film adaptation, has sparked significant debate regarding the representation of disability, quality of life, and the ethics surrounding assisted unalive activities. As a disabled person, I find myself at a complex intersection of critique and appreciation for this work. While I enjoyed the storytelling and character development, I also grappled with the problematic aspects of its portrayal of disability. This video essay aims to explore the reasons behind my enjoyment of Me Before You, while also highlighting the issues that arise from its narrative choices, ultimately advocating for a more nuanced representation of disabled lives in literature and film. At its core, Me Before You is a love story that explores the relationship between Louisa Clark, a quirky and optimistic young woman, and Will Traynor, a wealthy man whose life is drastically altered after a motorcycle accident that leaves him paraplegic. The film and novel both effectively draw viewers and readers into the emotional landscape of these characters. The chemistry between Louisa and Will is palpable, and their journey together is filled with humor, warmth, and moments of profound connection. From a purely narrative perspective, the story is engaging. The character development, particularly of Louisa, resonates with many people. She evolves from a seemingly simple woman into someone who discovers her own potential and desires through her relationship with Will. This transformation is relatable and inspiring, making it easy to become invested in the characters and their experiences. Despite the engaging storyline, Me Before You is not without its significant flaws, particularly concerning its portrayal of disability. One of the most critical issues is the representation of Will Traynor's quality of life following his injury. The narrative suggests that his existence as a disabled person is inherently less valuable and filled with suffering, which feeds into harmful stereotypes about disability. This perspective can be detrimental, as it reinforces the idea that living with a disability equates to a diminished or unhappy life. Plus, the fact that Louisa first started as his support worker and had a boyfriend is ultimately very inappropriate, and honestly, it is often overlooked by the other problematic aspects of the story. Moreover, the film culminates in a controversial choice. Will decides to unalive himself through assisted means, believing that this is a better option than living with his disability. This decision is presented in a way that romanticizes the act, framing it as a final act of agency. However, for many disabled people, this narrative can feel like a betrayal. It implies that the only escape from suffering is death, thereby perpetuating the notion that a life with a disability is not worth living. This messaging can be particularly harmful to those who may already be struggling with their self-worth or societal perceptions of their lives. The film also fails to adequately address the complexities of living with a disability. Will's character, despite being wealthy and intelligent, is often reduced to his disability, which overshadows his other qualities and achievements. This singular focus can lead to a lack of understanding and empathy from viewers who may not have personal experience with disability. It reinforces a narrative that suggests that disability defines a person's entire identity, rather than being one aspect of a multifaceted human experience. Additionally, the portrayal of support systems in the film is concerning. Louisa's role as a caregiver is depicted with a sense of emotional burden, which can misrepresent the dynamics often present in caregiver relationships. While caregiving can be challenging, it can also be rewarding and empowering. By framing Louisa's role primarily as one of sacrifice and emotional labor, the film misses an opportunity to showcase the strength and resilience of both caregivers and those they support. Despite these problematic elements, I found myself enjoying Me Before You, and this enjoyment stems from a variety of factors. For one, the chemistry between Louisa and Will is compelling, and their interactions are sprinkled with humor and heartwarming moments that can resonate with anyone, regardless of their disability status. The film's cinematography, soundtrack, and production design further enhance the emotional experience, creating a visually appealing and engaging narrative. I have to add that some people have a problem with the actor being able-bodied, and I can see their point, because there's a lot of disabled actors with limited opportunities due to Hollywood being ableist, but I do think we should give props to the actor who played him, because he went and found disabled people and hung out with them to make sure that his character was realistic as possible. Furthermore, the character of Louisa Clark is a refreshing departure from traditional portrayals of support workers for disabled individuals. Her vibrant personality and determination to live life fully can be inspiring. As a disabled person, I appreciate stories that highlight the importance of human connection, friendship, and the pursuit of happiness. Louisa's journey towards self-discovery and empowerment can serve as a reminder that we all have the capacity to grow and change, regardless of our circumstances. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that my enjoyment of the story does not excuse or negate the problematic aspects of its portrayal of disability. It is possible to appreciate the artistry and emotional depth of a work while simultaneously critiquing its shortcomings. Enjoyment does not equate to endorsement, and as a disabled viewer, I can celebrate the elements I found compelling while advocating for more responsible and nuanced representations in future narratives. Me Before You serves as a catalyst for important conversations about disability representation in media. It highlights the urgent need for more diverse and authentic portrayals of disabled individuals that move beyond stereotypical narratives. The backlash against the story has prompted discussions about the responsibilities of authors and filmmakers in representing marginalized communities, particularly those whose voices have historically been overlooked. To create more balanced representations, it is essential to involve disabled individuals in the storytelling process. This means hiring disabled writers, actors, and consultants who can provide authentic perspectives and insights about their lived experiences. By doing so, creators can craft narratives that reflect the complexities of disability. Stories that encompass both the challenges and the triumphs, the struggles and the joys of living with a disability. Moreover, stories should depict a wide range of disabled experiences, showcasing individuals from various backgrounds, cultures, and socioeconomic statuses. This diversity can enrich storytelling and challenge the monolithic portrayals that often dominate popular media. It is crucial to convey that disability is not a singular experience, but a multifaceted aspect of life that intersects with other identities and realities. From my perspective, Me Before You is a film and novel that elicits a complex emotional response from disabled viewers like myself. While I found enjoyment in the character dynamics, humor, and emotional depth of the story, I cannot ignore the significant issues surrounding its portrayal of disability and assisted unaliving. The narrative's focus on the perceived lack of value in a disabled life, coupled with the romanticization of assisted unaliving, raises ethical concerns that cannot be overlooked. As we move forward in the realm of storytelling, it is essential to advocate for more nuanced and responsible representations of disability. By amplifying the voices of disabled individuals and embracing diverse narratives, we can create media that not only entertains, but also educates and empowers. Me Before You serves as a reminder of the work that still needs to be done in crafting inclusive stories that reflect the rich tapestry of human experience. Ultimately, while I appreciated certain aspects of the story, I remain committed to advocating for narratives that celebrate the fullness of life, regardless of ability. Let me know what you think. And if you want me to talk about other books or media content surrounding disability, please let me know in the comments below. Until next time, bye!